Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to Watch You Want. Thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date, reference 18248, 36 millimeters in 18 karat rose gold. You can see this Rolex Day-Date on President Bracelet and purchase it on our website, watchyouwant.com. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. Now you can see on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. It's the classic Rolex Day-Date 36 millimeter stance, 44 millimeters from extremity of lug to the opposing extremity, 12 millimeters thin, and with a nice conical bezel slope and a sloped sapphire, you'll have no trouble pulling this one under a tight sleeve or dress cuff. I will say that this watch is a drastic stylistic departure from a conventional Day-Date. It features not one, not two, not three, but four separate distinctive and rare traits of older Rolex watches. In combination, they simply stun. Now I'm talking about the bark treatment of the center links of the President Bracelet, the engine-turned bezel, the Serti style diamond set dial with vignette fade. So you have Serti, vignette, bark, and engine turning, all in a single, beautifully compact, double quickset, tritium dial Rolex Day-Date. Now on the wrist, the watch feels substantial. The sheer amount of gold in a full bracelet Rolex Day-Date impresses, and it believes the size of the case. What it also features is a wonderfully silken feel on the wrist. Now, the President strikes a nice balance between the bulk of the Oyster bracelet, which feels substantial but can be a bit unwieldy and perhaps inappropriate for a pure dress reference, but it also has more substance. It's more solid than the 5-link Jubilee with its small metal loops, so you get that beautiful blend of substance and elegance with small links that fold easily around the curvature of the wrist, whether large or small, and simply feel silken on the skin. Now, the watch is nicknamed the President, but the bracelet, this 3-link design you see here with the crown clasp, is in fact called the President. So the President bracelet on the Rolex Day-Date, nicknamed the President, but the hallmark of this particular bracelet is the 5-point crown clasp that denotes the split point in the bracelet. Otherwise, it's completely seamless. The only clue is that 5-point Rolex coronet, and then inside, a single deployant clasp. What sets this one apart is this bark rustication of the center links, leading to a machine-turned or engine-turned bezel. You can see that effect that's achieved by effectively machine rusticating the bezel in a regular pattern that adds texture and nuance. Inboard, you see a Serti style dial with a combination of brilliant cut and baguette diamonds on top of what's known as a vignette dial. Now, if you've seen the recent James Cameron Rolex Deep Sea Sea Dweller D Blue, you've seen that gradient fade from top to bottom, from blue to black. This is different because it radiates out from the hands at center. It's a beautiful, almost cobalt blue at center and a brilliant combination of gilt-style printing and dark navy blue at the outer circumference. The watch features gorgeous Serti-style set diamonds that are discreet. Now, diamonds on a men's watch are controversial, but here, because they are small, because they are beautifully set, and because they have the diversity of both baguette and brilliant cut stones, I really feel like they add richness to what's already a wonderfully rich composition. It also has warmth, thanks to that golden gilt printing and the gilt-style golden day and date discs. The watch reads as warm rather than overwrought. I really like the discretion of it, and in the 36 millimeter case, it's perfect. It strikes a balance between discretion and, shall we say, richness. It has a majesty, a dignity. It wears these refinements well in a fashion that, say, a 44 millimeter oversized model simply could not. Now, the applied Rolex coronet at 12 o'clock, just under the day window, is going to be my focal point for a quick demonstration of the double quickset caliber 3155. It debuted in 1988 with this reference, and for the first time in the history of the Day-Date, dating back to the mid-50s, it was possible to set both the day and the date in rapid fashion. Being able to cycle each one separately without having to spin the hands madly to set each indication in sequence adds to the convenience and really compounds the luxury intent of the watch. It's more consistent with the mission of the watch as something that should be effortless and a pleasure to experience every day. Now, the 3155 is a tough piece. It's got that sports watch heart and soul of a Rolex. Free-sprung balance, Breguet over coil for resistance of positional variation no matter how it's placed on your wrist or your desk or dresser at night. It is a 100-meter water-resistant case on the outside of that caliber, so it does have some sports watch DNA engineered into the water-resistant architecture of the Oyster case with its twin-lock crown. So if you do want to take this one in the pool, again, I wouldn't be jumping off the high dive with this or risking any kind of contact with hard, solid objects, simply because the case metal and the bezel are so beautifully finished. But the watch does have the ability to shake off any kind of moisture, even a shower. Now, the movement itself has about a 48-hour power reserve, 31 joules. It has a modern 4 hertz beat rate, and because it is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, you pull the crown past the double quick set positions, and it does hack the seconds for quick synchronization to a known accurate reference clock, atomic clock, or quartz watch. You can see this beautiful engine-turned bezel, rusticated President bracelet with bark-style center links, vignette dial, and Serti set diamond dial. Rolex Oyster Perpetual date reference 18248, 36 millimeters in yellow gold, on our website, watchyouwant.com.